Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Yamik, and today we're going to talk about a topic that I love so much. You know, every topic I love. But today's going to be talking about, or I'm going to be talking about, respecting light workers. Here we go. You know, light workers have always gotten a bad rap for, like, you know, magic or devil work, or that's the devil, or that's Satan, or you know what I'm saying? But what you don't realize is you've been doing magic your whole entire life. Literally. When you have a birthday cake for your birthday and you put candles on a cake and you blow out the candles and make a wish, that is a form of magic. That's a form of light work, if you want to, you know, be frank about it. When you go to a graveyard and leave flowers for your ancestors that passed on to the next realm, that is a form of an offering. Just like when people come in someone's houses as a light work and they look at their altar or they happen to see their altar and, oh my God, what's that? It's voodoo. It's the same thing as you leaving flowers on a grave for someone who can't really get the flowers because, you know, they're passed on. It's the same thing when you see someone's altar and they have flowers, they have incense burning, they have offerings on their altar for the ancestors. You know, Jesus talked to his ancestors too. Moses, Elijah, you know what I'm saying? The same thing. So don't judge a light worker because they talk to the ancestors or they honor the ancestors with offerings and gifts on their altar. It's sort of the same thing you've been doing your whole entire life. I talk to my ancestors all the time, probably multiple times a day, probably out on the street, probably like, why the fuck is this nigga talking to? Yeah, ancestors. But I say all that to say that you can have an equal balance of both. You can mix the spiritual realm with, you know, your religious beliefs and have an equal balance of both. Just do your own due diligence. Read the Bible yourself, look into the words, and realize that it's just words, and you can interpret it for your own meaning and your own, you know, purpose, so to speak. So just remember that you can have an equal balance of both. Don't judge someone because they're more on the spiritual side than on the religious side, or don't judge someone because they're more on the religious side than the spiritual side. Be respectful of everyone else's views. That's all I'm trying to say. So as tarot card readers, you know, I read tarot, I read oracle, and I just, you know, get intuitive messages from the spirit guides and my ancestors when I'm actually doing a session with somebody. And don't think that we just pull out a deck of cards, flip it open, and start laying cards out. No, we have to meditate. We have to connect with Source. We have to clear our energy so we can serve you in the best capacity that we can. It's not just like I said, we don't just pick out a pack of cards and start flipping cards out and then bam, here's your message. No, it goes deeper than that. We have to dig deep in ourselves to interpret the message, to make sure it's not something that we're going through, it's not our energy. We have to be in tune with your energy as a client. So just be mindful of that and give us the respect that you would want in your own business, because this is our business. This is how we make our living. There are a couple of rules that I'm sure every light worker, shaman, bruja, brujo, whatever, would believe in and agree with me. If you don't, then leave some comments if you don't. But respect our time. If we have a 2 o'clock appointment and you know you're going to be late or you can't make it, text us, let us know, because I know some light workers, they won't reschedule you. And if you paid in advance, they're not going to give you a refund. I agree with them. Like, if you waste my time, I'm definitely not going to reschedule with you. I'm definitely not going to allow you to waste my time for a second time. Like I said, before you call us or FaceTime us or whatever the case may be, we are meditating on your energy. We're meditating on you or just your energy, like I said. So it takes energy from us to meditate on you. So when you don't call the cancel, or when you call the cancel an hour later and we're like, okay, well, what are you going to tell me? Like, what were you going to decide to let me know that you didn't want the reading, or something happened, or I can't control fate, you know what I'm saying? So if something's going on in your life and you can't, you know, attend the reading, then that's basically understandable. But remember, we're light workers. We know when someone is bullshitting us. We know when you're lying to us. And I'll just leave that at that. Don't be texting on your phone if we are on a FaceTime session. Like, I hate this when I go to the barbershop. Well, I don't go anymore because I'm bald. I do it at home. But when I used to go to the barbershop, I used to hate when the barber would be on the phone texting, calling, taking time out of my haircut. So you can imagine how annoying it is when I'm giving a reading or whatever the case may be, and someone is texting during a FaceTime reading, or someone is taking a phone. Oh, hold on, let me take this call. well, I'm going to say hold on and goodbye because you can't do that. That's rude. Make sure you set aside enough time for your reading. Make sure you set aside enough time in a quiet place. Make sure you set aside enough time to where you can be in a room by yourself and that your schedule is free. Completely free. Okay? Okay. Don't compare us to Miss Cleo. She was a fictional character, a very fictional character. She wasn't even a medium. She wasn't a tarot card reader. She wasn't an oracle reader. She was an actress playing a role on a commercial. So please don't compare us, whether it be male or female, to Miss Cleo from the TV from when we were a kid. We're not Miss Cleo. And if you're looking for someone who is dressed up as a character, I'm sorry. Those are characters on TV that are played. Most light workers, you wouldn't be able to tell that they're light workers from walking on the street. They look like me and you, like a regular person. They're not dressed up in any special garb. They're not walking around with incense and shaking candles and stuff. They're really, really regular people. They just happen to have gifts. Everyone has gifts. You just got to be in tune enough to tap into your special gifts. Everyone is born with gifts. It's just most of us, some of us are awakened and some of us aren't. That's all there is to it, you guys. So, if you're getting a reading from a light worker, don't try to control the reading. Oh my God, or burp at all, that's gross. Don't try to control the reading. You should not be talking more than the light worker or the tarot card reader. You should be trying to sit back, relax, take in the guidance of the words of the light worker, take in the messages, and use them for your best life, for your best ability. Don't try to tell the light worker, you know, their job or your whole life story, because that kind of depletes the whole point of them giving you the messages. Because if you just told them your whole life story, then what's the point? I know everything about you, you know what I mean? So be mindful of those things as well. And don't be having your phone ringing and dinging and texting. See, that's a bad thing. Put your phone on airplane mode when you're getting a reading or an oracle message. Or I'm a medium as well, so if I was doing a mediumship or a medium session with somebody and their phone kept going off, I would basically kibosh the whole session. Especially if I let you know what the rules are before. If I don't let you know what the rules are, then hey, and you get a pass. But once I make clear of what the rules are, no phones, no interruptions, no anything, then I feel like then you should be accommodating and follow those rules. Because you're looking for help from someone else. And they're taking the time out of their day to help you. Whether you're paying them or not, it's still a service. So everyone needs to be handled with respect and be respected. The customer and the person that's providing the service. Light workers are still human. We like to laugh, we like to joke, some of us cuss. I know I do, you know I cuss. We still have struggles, we still cry, we still laugh. So don't think that you can gaslight a light worker, no pun intended, and you know, aka say some passive aggressive stuff or trying to judge them and think that we will not pull you to task. We will come from 5D, aka the penthouse, down to the lobby, aka 3D, tell you about yourself, then travel back on the elevator all the way back to 5D to my penthouse, and not even think about you again. But some people need to be told about themselves. I mean, pick your battles with reason, or what's that expression? I forgot the expression, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Pick your battles wisely, whatever the case may be, because some people aren't worth, you know, telling them about themselves, but some people you need to tell them about themselves. Like, seriously, they need to know. Don't inquire about a reading, and then when you get, you know, the price point or, you know, whatever the case may be for the service that you need, that you are inquiring about because, you know, you need some spiritual guidance, don't judge afterwards. Like, don't, like, get the price and be like, oh, you're going to hell, but you just inquired about a whole session. You just inquired about my services, but now I'm going to hell because you wanted a free session. Oh, that's what you thought you were going to get, a free session. Oh, okay. So you think that I'm supposed to drain my energy to help you, and then I'm sitting here depleted, but then you're sitting here with all the keys and the gifts, not gifts, but you're sitting here with all the keys to live a better life or to live a more, awakened life. How does that balance each other out? How does that balance each other out? It doesn't. So you can't expect a free service and then you just walking off to the sunset with a happy life, and the person that gave the reading is like sitting here penniless or not paid for their service. Not fair, you guys. Think about it. This is the service. This is how we make our living. This is our life. So think about it that way. You wouldn't go, again, to the barbershop. I'm going to use that analogy again. Sit down in the barber chair and then say, well, hey, buddy, you just give me this cut for free, because you're a good barber. You're a good barber. You just give me this cut for free. Yeah, it don't work like that. Sorry. So I had this one guy hit me up, right, for a reading. He wanted a love reading because he was like in I wouldn't call it a relationship. He was in a situationship with someone. And he wanted a reading on the person that he was in a situationship with. And when I pulled the cards for him, I basically told him exactly what was going on. And afterwards, the next day following, I think I asked him for a review. And he basically was like, you're the devil, this, that, and the third, that's a devil's word. And I really didn't care about his comments, because he already paid me, so I really didn't care. But it's just funny to me how that person is the devil when you're inquiring about the devil. Like, you're inquiring about some dude that's not even your man, that's not even really interested in you. So I guess I'm the same devil that person is that you're inquiring about. We came from the same fucking devil place, the same fucking hell, you know what I mean? I don't know. But don't ask the person about their services and then get the services and you get the clarity that you want, and then you turn around and try to chastise them and call them the devil or they work in voodoo work. But you sat right here, right in front of me, and was enthralled and listening and you couldn't get enough. So at what point did I become the devil? Let me know. When did I become the devil? Oh, I know. I became the devil when you realized your man was coming back or someone else's man was coming back to you. That's when I became the devil, because those cards clarified it time and time again. I remember he told me, he was like, okay, stop pulling cards. I was like, oh, because you're controlling the reading? Oh, you're telling me what to do now? Oh, stop pulling cards? Okay, fine, I already got paid. Like, all right, pack it on up. You want me to stop pulling cards? Say no more. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed those little tips. The next time you seek out a light worker or a tarot card reader or a medium or anything else, rewatch this video, take some notes, and just come with respect, come with an open mind, come with an open heart, and come with a notepad to take notes for your reading or your session. That is important. That's something my aunt always taught me. My aunt Day taught me to always come with a notepad, because you want to write down your notes from the session, because a lot of times with tarot card readers, we don't remember after the session's over. We kind of let go of that energy. We have to let go of that energy to be good for the next person that we're going to service. So just remember these little tips, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm Yamik, and I hope to see you soon. Later, you guys. Also, I forgot to say this little thing. Light workers, or most good light workers that work in light, that work to actually help people, not to harm people, those are dark workers. I don't even call it dark workers, but if you light work, you're working to help people, to excel them, to see the better them in their life, to get in touch with their higher self. People who are good light workers, who are actually going to help people, they are protected by the spiritual realm. They are protected and guided and surrounded by Source. They get messages from Source. They are, I can't say this again, they are protected. So if you think you're going to try to shoot some negative vibes towards me or any light worker, or some talk negatively about me to anyone, or talk negatively about a light worker to anyone else, that's going to come back to you tenfold. That karma is going to boomerang right back to you so fast that you don't even know what the hell hit you. So just beware when you're messing with the ancestors' people. Okay? Beware when you're messing with the ancestors' people, because we are protected.